Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Avonlea.
I'm Laura.
And today we're going to be doing a story time on me being pregnant when I was 18. Right now, I'm 20 years old, so my child is 1, which doesn't make sense if you think about it. But I had her when I was just about to turn 19. So, but I was pregnant while I was 18. Or most of 18. February 2017 is when I got pregnant. I don't remember what day I checked or I took the pregnancy test. I really don't remember what day that was. But I remember I think I was either supposed to get my period that day or the day before. Get your hand off me. That day, it was either that day or the day before I was supposed to get my period, and I didn't. And I was like, I need to check because my period was always like right on. There's no like, oh, a couple days later I'll get it, or a couple days earlier. It's always the same, like almost same days throughout every single month. So I was like, okay, well I better take a test, right? Well, I took a test. It was a school day that day, and my fiance, well at the time he was just my boyfriend, my fiance was sleeping over, and he's like, go take a test. And I was like, okay. I was like, whatever. So I went in the bathroom. He was laying in the bed still, like probably sleeping. I do the test, and I start my timer because it says wait 3 minutes or however long it is. I think it's 3 minutes or 2 minutes or something. My eyes pop at me. Wait 3 minutes, and within 26 seconds, both lines are up and not faint.
20 seconds?
26 seconds, yes. You're supposed to wait 3 minutes, and within 26 seconds, both lines were bold up. Obviously, I'm pregnant. Like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I'm like, this is a school day. Like, it was a terrible idea to take it on a school day, because like, now I'm gonna feel like weird the whole day long, you know? So I go back in my room, and I just like face planted on the bed. I was like, and Gavin goes, what did it say? And I was like, yes, but like it was very muffled. And he goes, what? And I was like, I like looked up on him, and I was like, yes, I'm pregnant. He goes, no, and I was like, yes. So then we're kind of like, oh, like, what are you gonna do? And he was a little bit like, yay, and I was like, I'm going to die. Like, my family's going to kill me. Like, this is not funny. And I'm like, you made me happy. And I was like, I don't know if I'm happy or not. So I don't know. I went to school that day, and I'm sure I was thinking about the whole day. I don't remember too much from that day, but I know the next day, I think Gavin told his mom, and then I told my mom that night as well, and it was really hard for me to tell my mom. Like, I was really scared, and I don't even know, I don't think I told you that day. No. Well, I told my mom, and my mom was like usually, like, when I go in mom's room, like, I pretended like I was asking her, like, oh, what are you watching? And I was like trying to make like small talk, and I was like, oh yeah, like my mom's probably like, what's wrong with you? Like, you're never interested in anything I do. And I was like, oh yeah, and then I was like, okay, well I have something important to tell you, blah blah. And I think she guessed it. I think she said you're pregnant, and I was like, yeah. And then I think she got really upset. Like, she didn't talk to me for the rest of the night. It was like, I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is not good. So then I just felt like worse, you know. So then I went downstairs. I went to, I don't know if I probably didn't go to sleep right away, but I was really scared, and I don't remember who I told next. I don't know if I told you guys next. Like you and...
Because you told me and Tony at the same time.
Yeah, but like, what did I say? Do you remember?
You showed me the baby picture.
I had an ultrasound when I showed you?
You had an ultrasound, and then you gave me
it was the 7-week one, wasn't it?
I don't know.
It was probably the really tiny one where you couldn't even see the baby, right?
No.
What do you mean?
It was just a little baby. It was like a
just
little
tiny.
egghead.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So, I remember we ended up making an appointment at our like local like women's pregnancy center place, and there they had me take a test, and I was like, why are they having me take a test? Like, I took a test at home, and it was definitely positive, like 26 seconds, like, hello. They had me take a test anyway, and the lady came back to me, and she starts handing me all this stuff, and she goes, yes, you're gonna need this. She goes, here's a book to tell you about pregnancy, blah blah. And she goes, oh, I didn't tell you results, did I? And I was like, no. She goes, you're pregnant. And I was like, oh, okay.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Wow. And so we got all this like different information, and I think it was like I don't even know what information was. I don't think I even read it because I mostly like researched on like Google like what happens. So then we made another appointment there, and they did like an ultrasound to see how far along I was. And at the ultrasound, they had to wait until I was like, because right when I found out, I was basically, I think I was 4 weeks pregnant when I found out that I was pregnant. And when I went to the ultrasound, it was 3 weeks later, so I was 7 weeks, and the picture came up and it told us that she was also 7 weeks, or I was 7 weeks pregnant. So I called the doctor, and I made an appointment with the doctor that I go to now, and she's like, well, we can't like bring you in until you're at least 10 weeks, so let's wait. Like I think it was 4 weeks, I think, because I told her that I think I was 7. She said, let's just wait 4 weeks. I think I went in when I was 11 weeks, but I'm not totally sure on that. I'd have to look back. But so I went and did that, and I'm pretty sure I probably told you guys after I had the pictures taken, which was probably 3 weeks later then. So I probably, like, after we got the 7 weeks ultrasound, I probably, like, what did I do? Like, did I just say something, or did I just hand it to you, or, like...
You handed me it, and I was like, what's this and stuff.
Yes.
And then
There you
you
go.
ran away.
Did I? I ran
Yeah,
away.
you ran away into Tony's room and, like, gave him one or something.
I had 2?
I don't know.
There's no way I had 2.
I
only
think
had
you
1.
gave it to him first then.
Oh, maybe I
And
gave
then
it to
ran
him.
it to me, and I was like, what? And then Tony comes out, he's like, what?
What?
And he's like,
He was so excited.
He was so excited. And he was like, you're lying. No, you're not.
Yeah, he was freaking
then-
out.
I was like,
Tony's our brother. I didn't say that. We just started
Yes?
talking. Wow. No, but then I don't remember how long after it was, but I never told anybody besides my family and obviously Gavin, and then Gavin told his mom. But somehow one of my best friends at the time found out, and then she started telling everybody, and I didn't want anybody to know that I was pregnant in high school. I wanted to wait until after high school, like after I graduated, because I was graduating that year. I wanted to wait until like even the day after graduation, then I would have posted it all over Facebook. Like I didn't care. But pretty much everybody started knowing. Like there's a lot of people that didn't know, but most of the people that she hung out with, they knew that I was pregnant, I think, because somebody came up to me and was like, oh, or they went up to Gavin at prom. They're like, oh, so I heard that Avonlee's pregnant, and I was like, he told me that, and I was like, how does she know? And then like they're like, oh, this person told me. I'm like, well, the only person who would tell that is like my best friend at the time. And then my like best friend was like really disappointed that I didn't tell her first, and I was like, I didn't tell anybody. I was like, somebody else told them. I was like, I don't know who told them, but somebody else said it was not me. So then she's like fine with it, you know. She's like, okay, well, I understand that. But right before I went to Upward Bound, me and Gavin went on like a camping trip because we like to go camping. We went to Itasca State Park, and I think we only spent like a couple days there or whatever. But while we were there, we ended up seeing matching like pajamas, and they were like, what are they called, like onesies?
yeah.
Onesies. And they said like something about Itasca State Park, like fishing or gone fishing or whatever, and then like they had like the flaps you can pull down on the butt, and it said like happy camper or something, but like when you pull it down it doesn't like actually show your butt or anything. Like it has like a flap there, so like if you did take it off, your butt, I didn't know that when I bought them. I thought my butt would show. Rosie 3 to 6 months, because at the time we didn't know if she's gonna be a boy or girl, and I was like, it'll be cute either way, you know. It was 3 to 6 months. Well, she only wore it a few times because she's so big, but yeah, so we took a picture in our little jammies holding up her little thing. I'll probably like put a picture showing, but and we're like, oh, baby Nelson due, what was it, 11, or I think we said baby Nelson due November. But so then that summer I was in a program called Upward Bound, so then I would go for a month in the summer and live at like a local like university dorm, stay there, you know, all summer long. I was pregnant there, and then 2 other girls that like were in my same grade were also pregnant, so like that was kind of cool, you know. I got to talk to them about it. They were all, one girl was ahead of me and one girl was behind me, so we were all like right in the same amount of time. Like one was due in November, I was December, or no, One, we were both due. Me and this other girl were due in November. The other one was due in, I think, was it?
January.
It was either December or January. I forget when she was due. I decided not to go to college the year that I was having my baby. You know, that not that August that I graduated high school, because I was like, I felt like it was gonna be too difficult to take care of like a newborn baby. I didn't know how it worked. I didn't know what you had to do with newborn babies, and I figured I wouldn't be able to do college while doing that. So I started college this year, and I'm just doing it online right now until the spring, and then I'll be going to like an actual like in-class college in the fall, I believe, or that's my plans anyway. But yeah, so then in August, me and Gavin decided to have our gender reveal, and what we did was we wanted to do like a baseball theme one where like we'd throw the baseball and he'd hit it, break open, you know the deal.
It was a fail.
Shh, we're not there yet. So we gave like the gender to his aunt, and she ordered the stuff for us, and she got it. They gave us a little, it came with a practice ball and then also like the real one. So me and Gavin went out one day and we were practicing, and we were gonna do it at a baseball field because he loves baseball, and I mean I don't really know how baseball works, but I was like, sure, we can do, it's fine. And we had our gender reveal party, so we invited like some of our family, stuff like that, and I think I did a couple practice throws, like not for him to hit, just to guess how big, how heavy the ball was. And so I ended up throwing it, and I threw it a little bit wonky, like not perfect throw, and then he of course wasn't ready for like how big or like where it was at in the air, so like he hit it, but it wasn't like a total hit. It was kind of like it like hit the bat, broke open a little bit, and then fell on the ground, broke open. So I mean, it wasn't the greatest, but it was fine. Like we did fine. He did fine, and pink smoke came out.
It was a boy.
Shut up. No. The person who did our ultrasound to find out the gender, he took a long time to look. And I was like, he's looking for a baby penis. Like, he's looking for that. And I'm like, he's not seeing it. That's why he's taking so long. And he's like, oh, do you guys want to look? Whatever. We're like, yeah, show us, So he's showing us. And then he's like, oh, we're getting to a spot. He turns away. He, like, starts looking again. And he looked for a really long time. He didn't see anything. I'm like, it has to be a girl then, Like, you can't just do that, And then when I went to a normal checkup with my, a normal pregnancy checkup.
It was a wonky penis.
Yes.
You never know.
I went to the checkup with my doctor, and she had like a handheld ultrasound machine. Well, she looked and she goes, haha, I know before you guys if it's a boy or girl, and instantly I was like, it's a girl. Like, it's a girl. And I don't know why I thought that she meant it was a girl, because we told her that we really wanted a boy, but from that I knew it was a girl, and I just knew it. I started getting really big. Really, really big. I mean, that wasn't like big though. Oh. You're not funny. You're rude. I actually wasn't very big my whole pregnancy. Like, I didn't start showing until I was like almost my due date. Like, I didn't take maternity pictures until like, when was it that I took? Was it in October maybe? And I was due.
Pictures.
Yeah, I did. And I didn't. I was due in November, so I took them like a month before I was due. And usually people take them a little bit, earlier than that, just in case or whatever, But I wanted to wait as long as possible because I wanted to actually be big, and I wasn't like getting any bigger. Like I just wasn't. Like I just seemed to be the same spot. Like even in my maternity pictures, like I'm not very big. Like I mean I am, but like my stomach just isn't very round. Like it just looked very like it was like round and then like kind of flat and then like round. I think I stopped working the month, like the beginning of November, because I was due later in November, so I stopped working at my job in the beginning of November, because I was like, I was for sure that she was gonna come early. I was like, she's going to be early, like she's gonna be early, like she has to be, because when my mom had my brother, he was early, and me and Alora were both like a month. I was a month early, she was 2 months early. So I was like, my baby's gonna be early. I was like, because I thought that was how it worked, Like I've heard that people like, oh, if your mom or, has a baby early, you're probably gonna have it early, it could be genetics or whatever. And so I was like, okay, well I'm gonna have her early, so I'm just gonna stop working. Well, I didn't have her early. She came 3 days late. So,
She was huge.
yes.
Now
Because
she's huger.
she's bigger. But I didn't have, see, I didn't get big until like right before I had her. And I didn't have stretch marks my whole pregnancy until like November. That's when all of a sudden my stomach was like shh, and then like my hips were like shh, and then like a little bit of my thighs were like shh, and I was like,
I'm like, hey Megan.
shh, because it's like this. Shh. Yeah, so that's my pregnancy story. How'd you feel? We learned that I was pregnant.
I was like, I thought you were lying. Even though I saw the ultrasound, I was like, you're lying.
Why?
I don't know, because you're you. You're like, you were always like the good kid or whatever.
It's true. I was so good.
Well, you weren't like the good kid. You were like you were better than me.
Oh, I thought you said mediocre. You were mediocre.
You're a
kid.
mediocre kid. No, you were better than me though.
Yeah, but like, you know, like,
Yeah.
what'd you actually think? Like, when I was actually pregnant and when you found out I wasn't lying, like, how'd you feel about that? Like, we know that Tony was really excited.
I was like,
Mom wasn't excited, and then she was, you know. Then afterwards, she got
I
more
was like,
excited.
I don't,
Like, what'd you think? Like, did you think,
really-
like, wow, Ab was really stupid for doing that? Did you think, like,
no, I was like,
did you think, what is Ab gonna do?
I didn't really care. I mean, like,
Oh my
I was
God.
like, what are we gonna do and stuff, and like, I'm gonna have to like wake up in the middle of the night because the baby's crying. I was so
You did
worried
not
about.
think that.
Yeah, I did. I was so worried about like school and stuff because like, what if the
You were
baby's-
worried about yourself? Like,
Yeah, I was.
oh my God, I'm gonna have to wake up in the middle of the night to take care of the baby.
No, like I was like, I'm gonna have to like wake up in the middle. Well, I'm not gonna have to, but I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night because she's crying and stuff. And then I was like,
You're selfish.
I was like,
You're thinking about yourself.
shut up. Well, I didn't know because I don't really like kids. So.
Yeah, stay tuned for the next video. It'll be about my labor story. And like, subscribe, and make sure to check out the next video when it comes out. Thanks. Bye.